Hey everybody, as classically on time as ever for the March Q&A. Sorry, things got in the way, as you know. So let's just get on to this. Ultrius, hi Spiky, and well, it's Mimo. If Mac Jesus is fast, how many Mac Jesuses, Jesus I, is a hypersonic potato? I think the answer is we have to first make sure that Jesus is actually not a potato. You know.
Jacob says, hello Spicy, will you be doing any reviews on Chinese bikes this year, such as the new Lexmoto LSN?
I talked about that specifically in a video, that very bike. I can't think what video it was. I have no immediate plans to get hold of any Chinese bikes, basically because they all just don't inspire me. I always grabbed bikes from Lexmoto when they were interesting, and just what's available now is just the same thing. I know the LSN's got more power and stuff, but as I mentioned, the price of it just makes me go, that can't be that much and still be Chinese. It may still be fair, but it's too close. It's just too close to the other stuff. Edward Wood, hi Spicy and Reno. Do you think the increased petrol prices may cause an upturn in motorcycle usage as cheaper alternatives to cars? Thanks and best wishes. No, I don't think people will go to bikes to save money on fuel. No. They'll just use other methods or just suck it up and pay it. If you need a car, you need a car, really. Well, no, actually there's a lot of people, single drivers in cars, who could get bikes, but no, I don't think that will be a driving factor. Because if it were, that would drive people to electrics, and people are very much against electrics, so.
Gary Mussett says, hi Spicy and Reno. As you both have an interest in visiting Japan and Reno learning the language, if you were to stay in Japan for a lengthy period, do you think you could be tempted to join the Bosozoku scene?
No.
I have a feeling that under that quiet exterior, Reno would be crazy enough to fit in.
I'm sure she would be, but God, no.
No.
Daniel Rees, Wagwan, my dudes, do you like pot noodle, and what would you say is your favourite one?
The chicken and mushroom one is the only one I like, I think.
You're a bigger fan of pot noodle than I am. But yeah, I think that's the one that I would have if I was going to have one, but generally I would probably have the soba noodles instead rather than pot noodle.
Yeah, soba noodles are good. Samuel Gillard says, chips or nuggets?
Why?
I think it depends.
Why are you split between the two? Have both.
Yeah, chips and nuggets.
It's okay. Treat yourself. Have both. Samuel Gillard, fish or chips?
Both.
Again, have both. Well, it depends what the fish is doing, but have both. Enjoy.
Anthony says, hello Spicy and Reno, would you rather be followed by 3 crazy goats for the rest of your life or 30 spiders? Oh my god. Goats, please.
Yeah, she'll have goats. Whether she was afraid of spiders or not, she'd want the goats. She wouldn't mind the crazy goats.
And what if they were cute spiders? Yeah. Then you might want them.
But then you want to be constantly careful you don't squish them.
I would have crazy goats.
James the Naked Snake, have you ever considered going full van life? No. God, no. No.
The first disadvantage with that is will you fit in any vans?
Yes, there are vans that are big enough. This whole like converting vans thing is such a fad. So many people will build the thing and then not finish it or half finish it and then not go on the adventures. Yeah, it's such a fad. I know multiple people have done it, used it once, and
they do look fun though. I could easily live in one. You couldn't live in one because I'm small. But
I mean, I need a PC set up and all that sort of stuff to do what I'm doing. It's like this room's just yeah, no, unfortunately not. Who is someone you really want to collab with, realistic or unrealistic? No one. I'm not really. I'm not drawn to collaborate with people because collaborating with people is not being friends and it being natural. It's a whole thing of like who's got more subscribers, who's got less subscribers, who's helping who. Blah, blah. It's nothing to do with the. I would just if someone appears in a video because I mean you would then class it as a collaboration, but. I guess in that theory, I'd like to collaborate again with Jake the Garden Snake.
Yeah.
The reason we haven't done another, you know, dual vlog 5,000 miles apart is because of all the issues we had before, which have not improved. Phone signal is worse here than it used to be back then, believe it or not, all these years later. I've never even so much as seen a motorcycle before. I don't think I know what one is. Should I start with a turbo booster for a first bike? Sure. Will you please insert a really stupid question here?
What?
I just did. As did you. Mephisto.
Mephisto says, good day, Sprino. If Divi could transform into a van for 24 hours...
What's with this van thing? Yeah, okay.
Max 3 times a year, but needs an oil change and can't be ridden for 3 days after that, would you do it? There's multiple questions, so we'll start with that.
No. Just get someone to give me a lift, get it delivered. Like, no. That's not worth it.
And the next half is a free car pendant, either in the shape of a jumping spider or a duck on a swing, is extra for the costs of an oil filter change. What? So does that mean any time you change your oil, you get an option? Or do you get the option once? Because then you can just do 2 oil changes and get both of the things.
Who gets free gifts for doing oil change? I don't know, Mephisto, but I think we would go with the duck on the swing.
Yes.
But anyway, Peter. Hey, Rin and Stimpy. Oh, hey, Rin and Stimpy. Yeah. I thought it was being written differently. If you're a metal, what metal would you be?
That's an interesting question.
Cast iron, because I seem to be falling apart by the minute.
Avocado says, hey, re-spicy one new. What would win? One Russian T-72B3 or a Ukraine tractor?
So a Russian tank or a tractor. Well, going on the current footage I've seen, I'm going to suggest the tractors are winning, mostly on the basis that they are still working. Avocado again. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck had thermobaric munitions?
What?
He wouldn't. He'd be dead. There's another question from him. He'd be dead. Let's go, Army.
Avocado again. If you could only keep one, Divi or Derek, which would you keep? Or say budget was no constraint, what bike would you get to replace both? Avocado, we have had this question 100 million times. Come on.
I would have to keep Divi because that's the only bike that can actually theoretically be used to go any great distance. Derek cannot do that. If I want his ride to London, I'm not doing it on the DR unless I'm doing it very slowly and, and to replace them both, maybe one of the Tigers, bigger Tigers maybe, but don't know. Just it doesn't have, as I've said many times over, it doesn't replace the lightweight supermoto-ness and also the reliableness of the Div. So, yeah. Lee Bayliss, do you think the government is using recent global events to increase the fuel prices unnecessarily? I know my opinion, but is there some behind-the-scenes reasons I don't know about? I don't know. I'm not really the person to ask on that one. If the simple answer is this: if the oil price per barrel goes up, you will see an increase, and percentage-wise, you should better work out what that increase should be. To my understanding, that did go up, and it has come back down, but the fuel prices haven't followed fully yet. Why that could be, maybe due to deliveries are more difficult, or because they're taking longer, which is meaning the economy of scale is not working. I don't know. But frankly, I honestly don't know what to think about anything anymore, because 1984 is fully here.
Julian L says, hey Splino, what can we do as individuals to make the world a better place?
Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
That's literally it. If everyone could not be a dick, just actively try not to be a dick, you will probably find the world to be a much better place. Also, if we didn't have so many... With regard to the recent events, all wars are a person who doesn't know the other person and has nothing against them fighting against another person who doesn't know, the actual people doing the fighting. They don't care for hurting each other, they're just doing what they're told. If we didn't keep doing what those people kept telling us to do, there wouldn't be all the wars. Because most people don't want wars. only they do, but because they have the power to make these things happen and tell people where to go, it starts happening. They also, of course, drive arguments in the narrative. Whoever, I'm not referring to any particular side here, is to coerce people in a direction of what they'd like to see. And as I mentioned in previous videos, the propaganda is unlike anything I've ever seen before. Because I've seen a few wars in my life, but nothing like this. With the social media being, feels like 40% of the fight. Not taking anything away from the soldiers on the ground there, I'm just saying, you know, the quantity of people arguing over this and what's going to make differences in the future is... Cameron, aka Vectratech, heyo both, hope you're doing well. Do you ever plan to go abroad to see Jake the Garden Snake? Well, there you go. I would love to see Jake at some point, but there is a lot of costs involved. It wouldn't be such a problem for me now because, as in the sense of like going there in the time, because I'm a creator, so I could create while I couldn't make any videos while I'm there, but it is something I could do possibly in the future. But also the problem is Jake has his own things to do, he has kid, family, all that sort of stuff, and he's very busy a lot of the time, so I would like to at some point, but it's not on the cards at the moment. So yeah.
Maycrotch says, hey Spicy and Reno, my girlfriend was about to sit down in the kitchen and I replaced the chair with a bucket and now she is stuck in it. Have you got any goose fat? Lol.
You don't? This is the thing.
I
Don't
feel like...
be too specific about finding the right type of fat. Any fat will do. Soap will do, oil will do. Try use some leverage, get some spoons, like tyre levers.
Pick up the bucket and hold it upside down.
You might suction though. You might get suction. Last one's from Matthew Valcor. Hi Spicy and Reno, hope you're both doing well. I rode the ZXR6 for the first time on private property as I have only a provisional licence on 125 and it scared the crap out of me. Is that normal for a first big bike experience? Yes, that is exactly what it is like. And even when you get your full licence, your insurance, the first time I got out my DR I was like, I can't believe I'm allowed on this thing. Oh my god, it's so powerful. And now I'm like, that thing is a little toy that's fun to play with and is not scary in the slightest, even though it has got a lot of power. So yes, it's completely normal. Be careful, go slowly, don't get too overconfident at first. You know, that stuff I say in the past about stuff. But
and don't be too cautious either.
There's a line between the two, and then if you're trying to not be too cautious, you can then make a silly mistake. So
don't listen to me. Listen to him, not me. He's the one with the playlist of how to ride. I'm not.
But anyway, that was our last question. I'm sorry it was late this month, so patrons know why. I will get the questions up for next month's, as in April's, as in this month's, and try and get it done on time this time, so we're back in line. Thank you for watching. Thank you hugely for your support, and also for the people that have stayed on, not left Patreon, while I've taken a few, sort of slow weeks with my health. I have lost people through that, unfortunately, which is just... It's one of those stressful things. You worry because I need to take time off to recover, but then you lose people, and I have had to just accept that that's just the case. So I thank you more for the people that have just been patient for a couple of weeks while I've not been so well. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, do you like my shirt? Things I in my spare time.
Yes.
Propagate plants, water plants, buy plants, rearrange plants, talk with plants, and repot plants.
This is what happens when you buy T-shirts from Chinese companies.
I didn't buy it, it was a gift.
It was a gift, but it was blatantly bought from a company that didn't know what they were writing. Anyway, until the next one, bye-bye.
Bye.